Program number 1. Declare a calendar as an array of 7 elements, a dynamically created array to represent 7 days of a week. Each element of the array is a structure having 3 fields. The first field is the name of the day, a dynamically allocated string. The second field is the date of the day, an integer. The third field is the description of the activity for a particular day, a dynamically allocated string. Here we have to create functions, create function, read function, display function. Create function is going to create the structure where it is going to take the input for 7 days. Each activity is going to be recorded. So the memory allocation for uh, day name as well as description of the activity that is going to be recorded. Create is internally calling the read function. Once the data is captured, then we can go for displaying the information. So create, read, and display, these three functions we are going to display, define. After that, so we are going to allocate memory dynamically at runtime. So free memory is one more function we are going to define. So we'll see one by one. The first thing is to execute the program or implement the program. Here we are going to define a structure. So struct is a keyword followed by the name of the structure. Here one of the structure type declaration we are going to use is structure with a tag name we are going to use. We can declare structure in three different ways: structure with a tag, structure without tag by using type df structure, structure with the tag we are going to use here. So the structure name is day structure we are going to create. The day structure is going to have three members. One is a day name, it is of array of character. Second one is the date we are going to record the activity. And the third one is the activity description we are going to specify on each day what is the activity we are going to perform. So this is about the structure day, and here we are going to define a number of functions. One is create, second one is read, third one is display, free memory. This is for a deallocation of memory, and the main function. Uh, the execution begins from this particular main. Here we are going to specify the size for 7 days. 7 days means uh, 7 activities we are going to store into the structure. So size is a integer variable we are going to define here. Now enter the number of days in the week. The message is going to be displayed on the screen. So the number is going to be retrieved because here we are going to store 7 elements. So number is to be 7, that is size is nothing but 7. The memory is going to be allocated for the calendar. So here calendar is a structure variable of type day. Uh, the memory is going to be allocated for this particular structure variable calendar. So here typecasting into struct day star. This is entire structure. Malloc is a standard library function for allocating memory dynamically. The entire size of the structure is going to be taken into the number of elements we are going to store, 7 into the total number of bytes of the particular size. 7 into that many bytes is going to be reserved for this particular day calendar. Calendar is a structure variable that is going to be created, so that is going to that is to be allocated for n number of bytes of memory. If memory is not allocated, calendar is going to have the null value. Null means memory allocation failed, exiting from the program. Then it is going to return the control to the operating system. If memory is allocated successfully, then one by one functionality we are going to execute. The first functionality we are going to execute is read function. So read function is going to have two parameters, calendar and size. Calendar is the structure variable, so that we are going to send because the memory is allocated for the structure. and size means 7 days. We are entering from the keyboard. 7 and calendar, that is going to be sent as a parameter to read. Now control is transferred to the function read. The read is going to have the two parameters, the structure variable calendar and size for the number of days to record. The first variable here we are going to declare int I. I is going to be executed for repeated number of times. Initially the I value is 0. 0 is less than 7 means the loop is going to be executed for 7 times. So 0 is less than size means condition is true. Enter the details for a day. So day 1 details we are going to capture from the user. So here I value is 0, 0 plus 1 means 1. So first day we are sending create function the calendar of address of this structure calendar we are sending. Now control is transferred to create function, so where it is going to allocate memory dynamically to day name and activity. So here character star m unlock size of character is 1 byte 1 into 20 20 bytes of memory is allocated for day name, and activity size of character is 1 byte 1 into 100 characters it is going 100 bytes of memory is going to be allocated. So here activity is also getting memory allocation, day name and activity both are allocated memory because these are two dynamically allocated string we are going to use in the program. Enter the day name, it is going to ask from the user keyboard, the message is displayed on the screen, and day name, for example, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So total 7 days we are going to specify. First, initially we are going to specify day name is Sunday, assuming date 1. Date is also captured and date is going to be captured and stored into the memory location ampersand date. So day name, date and day to activity. So here we are going to capture three information. One is day name, date and activity. This is going to be repeatedly executed for 7 days because the size we have entered is 7. So this is for the first time create function is going to be called. Once execution of for create is completed for first day, control is returned back to the read function. Now the execution of create for day 1 is completed and I value is going to be increased or incremented by 1. That is earlier it is 0, 0 plus 1 means 1. 1 is less than 7, it is true, go inside and enter details for day, that is 2. I is 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Second day activity we have to capture. After that we are calling create function. Create, we are passing the entire structure address ampersand calendar of I means second day activity. I value is now 1. Second day activity we are going to capture. So calendar of I we are passing. The create function is going to be executed. Once again, the day 2 memory is going to be allocated for day name and activity. How it is allocated for day 1 in the similar way. 20 bytes of memory for day name and 100 bytes of memory for activity is going to be allocated. Later it is going to ask the day name, date and activity. So once the execution of this is over, so here percentage square bracket cap slash n indicates except new line, it will take all the characters. Once day 2 is over, so it is going to repeatedly execute for 7 days. It is going to capture all 7 days information and it is going to store into that calendar structure. Once the execution of read is completed, I value is going to become 7. The condition 7 is less than size 7, the condition is going to become false. it is come it is going to come out of the for loop. Once it is come out of the for loop, the execution of read is completed its task. Once read is completed, so read we are calling from the main that execution has been successfully completed. The next function is going to be called is display, where all 7 days activity which we have captured that should be displayed. So for this one we are sending once again the calendar as the parameter and size is the second parameter. This is structure parameter, this is integer parameter. Now control is transferred to display function. Display function is having two parameters, calendar that is structure and size is the second parameter. Declare the I variable here. So week's activity details we are going to display to the user. For I is equal to 0, I is less than, I value is 0, 0 is less than 7, condition is true, go inside. Day 1, calendar of 0 dot day name is first day's activity, date and day name is going to be captured and displayed to the user. After this, I value is going to be changed from 0 to 1, 1 is less than 7, condition is true. Print the day 2, that is the day name, date and activity. After that I value is going to be increased from 1 to 2, 2 is less than 7, condition is true. Go inside, print the details for the third day and day name, date and activity. So this is going to be repeatedly executed for I value 0 to 6 total 7 times. When I value is going to become 7, 7 is less than 7, condition is going to be evaluated to false. After that control will come out of the loop. Now execution of this display function has been completed. Once it is completed, the control is returned back to the main, and after this display there is free memory. So we have allocated memory separately for day name and activity. So first we have to 7 days day name and activity should be freed. So to free the memory we are going to define one more function, that is free memory. This is user defined function and it is taking two parameter, calendar and size. Now control is transferred to free memory. So calendar and size are the parameters. I is equal to 0, I is less than size, I plus plus. 7 days it is going to deallocate memory. Free is a standard library function which is going to deallocate the memory which is allocated for the calendar structure. Calendar structure, calendar 0 dot day name, calendar 0 dot activity, day one's day name and activity memory is going to be deallocated. In a similar way, I value is 1, 1 dot day name, second day activity and day name is going to be deallocated. Third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, total 0 to 6, 7 times 7 days activity is going to be deallocated. When I is going to become 7, 7 is less than, size is 7, condition is going to become false, come out of the for loop. The execution of free memory is going to be completed. After this, we have to deallocate memory for the entire structure. Here in this we have deallocated memory for only day name and activity. But here entire structure we have allocated memory here. So the memory is going to be deallocated by using free and by passing the pointer calendars, that is the structure variable. So memory is going to be deallocated from the structure calendar. After it is deallocating, the control is returned back to this particular uh, operating system. Now we'll see the execution part. We are going to build the program first. After that, we can run the program. So here we are entering each day. So number of days, that is 7 we are going to enter. So day name, that is Sunday I am going to enter, and date is 1, and the activity is analysis. Day 2, that is Monday, date is 2, and second day I'm going to use specification, and day 3, that is a day name, that is Tuesday, date is Tuesday, that is 3, and activity is designing, and enter the day name, that is Thursday, and date is 4. Here we can specify the activities coding, and day 5 is Friday, Friday. Date is 6 and the activity for the day is testing and Saturday date is 7 and activity is integration and day name is Wednesday and date activity of the day is maintenance. So once the data entering is over from the keyboard, we are going to display by calling display function week's activity details day 1 Sunday, date analysis day 2 specification, day 3 designing, day 4 coding, day 5 testing, day 6 integration and day 7 maintenance. These are various activities we are going to display. That completes this program.